Hello.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time is with you. Welcome everybody to our live YouTube AMA. Today we've got Yash, CEO of Acknowledger, and Kuntal, who's also the CSO at Acknowledger. Everybody, you may know about Seedify, but just very quickly, in case you don't, you're new today, Seedify is a blockchain innovation hub that includes incubation capabilities, as well as the launchpad you may have heard of, and soon to be adding Seedify Studios. If you've got 250 SFUND, you can participate in our IDOs through Seedify.fund as a lottery. If you get 1,000, then it's guaranteed all the way up to the top tier is 100,000 SFUND. Okay, that's over with. As for the Seedify HODLers, right at the start, we decided it would be absolutely great to have a separate community. Now, we're not officially associated with Seedify, but here we can come together, talk about Seedify and related projects, and really have some decent quality discussions on price and where we're going. So the community grew really fast, and we think it really adds a hell of a lot of value to Seedify. So without further ado, over to you guys. Yash, please tell us a bit more about you, your background, and really what motivated you to start Acknowledger, and perhaps a few words about what you really want to where to see Acknowledger go. Over to you.
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks, Richard, for the introduction, and thanks, George, also for inviting us to this channel. Really appreciate it. So guys, my name is Yash Dahenkar, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Acknowledger. And before, I've been in this space since 2016, and before starting Acknowledger, I started a company called BitGenie, where we created one really interesting product called BitGenie Research, where we mapped and indexed more than 100K market research reports across the internet through complete automation using artificial intelligence. And that was one of the seed to the Acknowledger's idea, because when we were indexing those market research reports, we realized that there's a lot of plagiarism that happens, and even there's a need of some intelligence layer. And we thought, how we can use it for the best purpose. And the digital assets was one of the answer to that question. So that's how the Acknowledger's idea came into picture. And I'm also being kind of actively educating people about blockchain and crypto since 2017. And till this date, I have taught more than 4,000 plus professional students across the world, helping them understand what is crypto and blockchain. And so that's about me. Yeah. And that's how the idea of Acknowledger started. Yeah.
And hi. Yeah. So hello, Richard, and hello, George. First of all, thank you so much for hosting us on your live YouTube channel, and it's a pleasure being part. And as you have already introduced, my name is Kuntal Ganguly. I am one of the co-founder in Acknowledger, as well as the strategic lead. By qualification, I am a software engineer, and I am in this IT and technology domain since a decade. Prior to this, I was into consultancy and managing business and operations for giants, and I was also associated with Kanimas Ventures, one of the Japanese organizations. As far as the crypto is concerned, I am here since 2016. I started my journey from understanding the benefits of blockchain technologies and how it can disrupt the coming overall market, and the way Web 3.0 is going to be evolved. It's a pretty interesting thing. All the line. Apart from that, I have been a part of multiple big giants crypto community. Was been a part of educating about blockchain technology to the tier ones, and I have been seed and strategic investors in many projects, and I have helped many projects strategically grow and position themselves in the market. So it's been a journey of 5 years, and here I and one more co-founder, Abhishek, who's the CMO of Acknoledger. We three people have started this juncture past months, like 15 or 16 months, when the it was known as Research Ledger earlier, but right now we have been moving pretty fast into the innovation of metaverses and aggregating and indexing the Web 3.0 digital assets. So yes, so this is the seed foundation of Acknoledger, and yeah, it's a pleasure meeting you guys.
Thank you for introducing yourself. I can see you've been on the crypto space for a long time, so that's very good. I wanna say that we are gonna record the live stream and then we will post it on YouTube, if that's okay with you. Yeah. Okay. So
yes, perfect. All right. Yeah.
Okay. If you had 2 minutes to tell the whole world what Acknowledger is about and why they should become part of it, what would you say to everyone?
Yeah. So I'll take that question.
Yes. So basically, yeah, please.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Yes, please.
Yeah. So Acknowledger.
Yeah.
So Acknowledger is a global platform where we map, monetize, and distribute Web 3.0 digital assets seamlessly across the Web 3.0 space. And that's what about Acknowledger. And we call this model as M2D model, where we do that mapping, monetization, and distribution. Okay, so what exactly is mapping? To give you an understanding, let me just zoom out a bit and give you an overview. So in Web 2.0, what we essentially did is digitized all the data from physical world to the digital world, and Google played a really important role in doing that. Okay, and as we are moving towards the Web 3.0, what we are essentially doing is digitizing all the assets. Okay, and those assets are of two types. The first is the fungible token, second is a non-fungible token. So, and what Acknowledger is essentially doing is Acknowledger is mapping and indexing all those digital assets at one place, so that other companies can like Metaverses, the NFT marketplaces, and even the infrastructure projects can take leverage and understand the NFTs better. Because today, whenever you buy an NFT, what you do is basically you buy it on hype. Okay, like or some friend or influencer told you to buy that NFT. You don't understand its utility, where it came from, what exactly it means, or what exactly it represents. So this is the one big problem that we are solving at Acknowledger, and we'll be creating a UCNS system along with a blockchain query system that can be integrated by other companies like other metaverses, and they can fire complex queries to help them understand the NFT segment really well. And we want to become the nervous system of those Web 3.0 digital assets, and that's what about Acknowledger. Yeah.
Okay, that's very cool. Thank you for explaining it a little bit.
Okay. Yes, just want to just understand how you position Acknowledger in the market, because just looking around, it seems that you've got there's a few players out there. I mean, I'll mention one in particular, Envelope, and really just wanted to find out how what is the key USP of Acknowledger versus someone like Envelope, for example, and just sort of build on that as to where you think that's going to take Acknowledger in the future.
Got it. Yeah, that's a really good question, by the way, Richard. So first of all, Acknowledger is not competing with anyone, and Acknowledger doesn't we don't want to compete with anyone. We believe in winning together. We if you want to walk far, if you want to walk fast, you can walk alone. But if you want to walk far, you have to walk. You can walk together with everyone. So that's what we believe. We have a policy that we want to partner and collaborate with as many projects as possible, and take their help and give help them as much as possible through our technology stack, through our community. And that's what our philosophy is. So we are not afraid about the competition at all. Okay, so what we want is we want to flourish the ecosystem, and so that everybody grows together. And that's what the first part, I'll explain in terms of competition. There might be players who will be happy to collaborate with them, because this space is just at a very nascent stage and it's going so quickly. Okay, and it is opening huge door of opportunities. Okay, and there's always something to do, and definitely we are open to that, and also happy to collaborate and partner. And the best part about Acknoledger as a company, is that what I personally love is, we can partner with, whether it's a metaverse project, whether it's an NFT project, whether it's a DeFi project, whether it's an infrastructure project, or even oracles. Okay, we have the ability to partner and collaborate with every single company that is there in the crypto space. Not only that, we can also partner and collaborate with the Web 2.0 companies. So this gives us Acknowledger the ability to scale really, really fast and tap and do cross marketing. Okay, so that's what make Acknowledger special. And you have asked me what is the USP that we have. So Acknowledger has the USP that is known as UCNS. UCNS stands for Universal Content Numbering Scheme. So this UCNS, if you see our website, it's a really special thing. To give you an analogy, the nearest analogy, so every book, it has a unique number known as ISBN. Okay, if you ever read book, on the back side, there's an ISBN number given to every book. So similarly, we'll be giving a UCNS number to all the NFTs, all the digital assets that are there in the Web 3.0 space. And also it will be the world's first decentralized nomenclature system. And what it will essentially do is it will help in interoperability. Like, see, there are different infrastructure projects today, and they and even like metaverses, they are trying to build something where you can basically partner and collaborate. But the biggest hurdle is they don't understand each other's digital assets or those NFTs better. So this is what is causing the problem, and that's where we come into picture. We help them out to understand the ecosystem well and how to create those interoperable NFTs, so that that NFT can be used across different infrastructure projects as well as the metaverses. And that's what a unique USP of Acknowledger, I'll say. Yeah. I hope I have answered your question, Richard.
Yeah, Richard, that I
Yes,
just want
no,
to
that's
add
great,
over
great
there, as
answer.
Richard has correctly, yeah, as Richard, Yash has correctly said that we are not competing. We do not believe in competing. We believe in collaborations, and that is the major overall strength and USP of Acknowledger, where we have those capabilities to expand our ecosystem through collaborating with the already established and the newer partners who are coming into these spaces. So we are going to give them numerous possibilities, not only from the users or retailers segments, but the business owners can also collaborate and can have a cross marketing domain altogether to benefit from. So that's the platform, that's the aggregating platform, the indexing platform which we are building. So you would be seeing in near future a huge partnership in line with, and there would be a lot of developments, and there would be a possibilities of 100x 1000x users coming into these platforms. So that is
Good.
the overall aim. Yeah.
Good. No, it's a positive attitude, and it's and absolutely, you just got to make the most of opportunities out there without looking over your shoulder to see who's doing what else. So that's good to hear.
Yeah, that's very cool. You also answered some of the questions we were going to answer later about the UNCS, for example. You also answered it here, so it's very good that you elaborate all the questions so everyone can understand Acknowledger much better. I wanna do one last question before putting a video that's a teaser from Acknowledger, so everyone here on the AMA can see it in the like a premiere. So in two sentences, what is the key issue that Acknowledger is trying to solve, and why should casual user like me should care about it?
Yes. So, George, okay, I will give you in a very layman language so that every users who are listening and joining us today can understand. For example, Yash has rightly mentioned. Today, I am a normal user. Okay, I just want to go and buy an NFT. What will I do? I just go to an OpenSea platform. I see, oh my God, this is $200. I will probably buy it, and I will wait for its price to increase. Or if there are certain influencers, friends, communities, they are recommending that buy this NFTs. This will go huge in coming days. But there are no social proofs or something like that. Okay. So as an user, I just want to take an informative decision. So probably the indexing and aggregating of across the metaverses, which technology platforms will be bringing in, will help the normal users to take informative decisions. They can find the NFT attributes of each metaverses listed in our platform. Okay, and the attributes, when I say, means they can buy the NFTs based on informative decisions. What is the NFT utilities? What are the NFT yields they are predicting? What are the staking rewards those NFTs are giving? Are having interoperability functionality in places? Yes, if there are interoperability functionality, there might be arbitrage opportunities altogether. Apart from that, there can be, these NFTs could be lended. If it's lended, what would be the interest rates which they would get on those NFTs? So there are multiple aspects to buy a NFT apart from the overall hype. So that is from the user end perspective. And now coming from the business perspective altogether. For example, I am a game developer. Today in Web 3.0, pretty much there is a lot of discussions are going on. For example, I want to I praise about a racing car. Okay, I like playing racing games. So probably I will be going and searching, for example, in the NFT indexing platforms CARS car. So I would be probably getting the list of racing cars NFTs those are having and the related attributes and the gaming platforms which they can be used of. So I can go and I can see that if there are any kind of interoperability functionalities are existing or not. So as a game developer, I would probably want myself to not restrict in a single metaverse rather than having a cross metaverse interoperability functionalities between the gaming platforms as well. So there, the utilities and the indexing, algorithms which we have been developing would be taken into the account, and that will benefit. So this is just one business model altogether, but there are numerous business models. For example, the business owners can have a joint promotional activities. There would be a lot of rewards mechanism for their users to attract into their metaverses. For example, NFT airdrops would be one of those. Apart from that, they can run advertisements and they can promote their forthcoming projects in our overall Acno platforms. Okay, so there are numerous possibilities in terms of the drinks or the B2B models which Acknowledger would be creating, not only for the NFT spaces, but of course we have plans to collaborate and put a DeFi offerings on our monetization layer as well. That will help as an user if I materialize some gains in an NFT. So I can generally I can stake those into a DeFi platforms which are associated with Acknowledger, and so on. So we are going to create a complete circular economy, and that's the overall larger picture and larger aim of Ackno stacks and Acknowledger platforms which we hold. So this is in short.
Okay, thank you. So right now, if you see here, can you put the video teaser about Acknowledger, please, so everyone can see it, and we. Okay, that was very cool.
I think the video missed sound. Yeah, the sound was missing, I suppose, or it's just on my system.
I
There was
could hear.
there was an audio sound as well.
I could
associated,
hear.
so that was not being played.
I could hear everything.
Yeah.
Not even me. I think you guys.
Yeah,
muted
yeah.
the system.
Yeah,
you
even
could
I
hear?
was not able to hear the
I
sound.
couldn't hear. Maybe Yash, did you hear the video?
No, I was not able to hear the sound. But anyway, actually, there's
Fine.
sudden
Then it might
power
be
cut
from-
at my place, by the way. That's why I have to log in through my phone. Okay.
I see.
Anyway, so but I was
Did
not
you
able to
hear
hear the
video
sound. No.
Okay.
I was not able to
I
hear the
see.
sound.
I also couldn't
Okay.
hear the video sound.
Anyway, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I think we got the glimpse. We can play maybe later. It's just a 30-second video later in the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
will,
Super.
yeah, we
Okay.
will put these clips on our social platform. Yeah, yeah, we will
Yeah.
be
Okay.
also
Super.
regulating this.
Okay, but let's never mind. Let's move on. Just diving into a bit more
Yeah.
detail of your project. You've got something called the anti-plagiarism engine, and perhaps you could tell us a little bit more about it and how it relates to your universal content numbering scheme.
Yeah.
So over to you.
Yeah. So I'll answer that. Yeah. So plagiarism engine, I think it's really interesting concept that we are working on. So our first goal, like in terms of is mapping and indexing those NFTs, okay, across the complete ecosystem. And what we are essentially planning to do is as we map and index those NFTs, we will be creating an intelligence layer on the top of those NFTs. Okay, and that intelligence layer will basically kind of will analyze those NFTs and what kind of percentage is basically similar. Okay, so when you upload the NFT any time, so it will tell you if there's any similar NFT exist with a certain same parameters. Okay, so it will tell you what kind of percentage is out there, and it will also tell you if someone has already published that NFT. So this is what the plagiarism engine, and the UCNS number will play a really important role in that, because it will identify in which infrastructure that the NFT belongs and who is the owner. So you will be able to track all those things to the all those parameters, or those KPIs through the UCNS system. So that's what is the utility of the UCNS. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for explaining it. Now I want to talk about the Acknowledger metaverse. How do you plan to integrate every metaverse on the blockchain, and what are the benefits of implementing on Acknowledger?
Yeah. Kuntal, do you want to answer this, or hello, I'm audible?
I think he isn't hearing us, so if you can answer it, then.
Hello, no, am I audible? Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I just
Yeah.
got some network outrage. Can you just, George, can you just come up with that question again? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can you
same.
just repeat the question? Yeah.
Yeah, Acknowledger will take part and
Yes.
will take a lot of metaverse into the platform. How do you plan to integrate every metaverse on it, and what are the benefits of each metaverse of being part of Acknowledger?
Okay, got it. I'll answer that question. Okay, so yeah. So my apologies. I think, guys, today is kind of a very challenging day for me. There's a power cut, sudden power cut. Internet is not working, and all that is happening today itself. So I was ready with the setup, but yeah. Anyway, so coming back to the question, yeah. So yeah, so the metaverses. So the best part about Acknowledger, if any metaverse collaborate with us, so what we will be also doing is, for metaverses, will be launching a NFT like a interoperability guideline. So if the metaverses they follow that guideline, their NFTs will be interoperable and can be used across different metaverses as well as different infrastructure projects like different blockchains. Okay, so we'll be launching once our phase one finishes, because our first we need to understand how that NFT space is working, and then once we are creating, we'll be launching that UCNS guideline. And if the project is partnering with us, the benefit they will get is all the other projects that are already part of Acknowledger ecosystem, they will be able to collaborate, and we will help them to integrate their metaverse with the other projects. Okay, so what they will get is they will get a benefit of cross marketing. They'll be able to market their metaverse in the other metaverse. Okay, so that they can attract more users, and they can also increase the revenue that they are having. So that is one benefit the metaverses will get when they partner and collaborate with Acknowledger. Along with that, we will also be helping brands to be increase their presence in this metaverses. And so it will be like mostly today brands, like say there's Xbox. Okay, Xbox doesn't understand if they have just decided to do any marketing campaign. Okay, they are launching a new console, a new gaming console, and they want to do the marketing for their console in say 10 different metaverses, but they don't know in which metaverse to do, and in also in that particular metaverse which part of the metaverse they should do that marketing campaign.
and that's where we come into pictures. We can help them connect with the right metaverses, and also what kind of campaigns they should run to get the most traction. And even so this is one example, so that the metaverses will get a brand awareness, and also say influencers and KOLs who are really big deal, so they can also and even brands, they can do NFT airdrops in the metaverses by helping us out. Okay, so we will help them out to do that as well. So this will be one of the really interesting use case, and it will open a huge door of opportunities, because we are just getting started in the metaverse and gaming NFT space. And along with that, so to give you an overview, what Acknowledger will eventually become is the Google and Amazon for Web 3.0 digital assets, and that will be a complete game changer. It will open huge door of opportunities. So yeah.
Thank you, Yash, for expanding. You're obviously very passionate about it. Just moving on from that, let's have a look at your token. Now, you say you've got ambitions to be to be the Amazon of this segment. So tell us a bit more about your token and what utility it's got.
Yeah. Yeah. In terms of token utilities, our goal is to create a circular economy around the Acknowledger. Like, so it should be used, and that will be across those metaverses and gaming NFT space. And so one of the best utilities that we'll have, say if you hold Acno tokens, and that is my favorite utility, is that you'll be eligible to receive a lot of free NFT airdrops. Because as we move ahead in the future, as Acknowledger partners with other projects, we will be doing a lot of airdrops. Okay, and those airdrops, like the NFTs, will be really valuable, because they will be interoperable, and will be creating some use cases around those NFTs. And you will basically, just by holding few Acno tokens, you will get the ability to receive free NFTs. Along with that, you will be eligible to receive more NFTs and use cases and tokens on the top of that. So this is one of the best use cases of that Acno token. The second is, yes, you will be also able to decide how the UCNS governance system will work. Okay, so you will have the voting right on the UCNS governance, and that will be really powerful in terms of future as we move ahead, and Acknowledger becomes bigger and bigger every year. Okay, and along with that, there'll be staking, yield farming rewards, and also you'll be, in order to list the projects, whenever they list, and even they want to use Acknowledger's API to access the the NFT data, so they have to use those Acno tokens. So these are the certain utilities that I have mentioned, and we'll be keep creating a lot of use cases around the Acno tokens. And this is just the beginning, I'll say. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, you basically said everything about the token and how it can be used. Can you just tell a little bit what are the incentives for people to buy the coin or hold the coin in the long term?
Yeah. So I think I've already explained the first use case, why you should hold Acno tokens. If you want to enjoy the freebies, or get a lot of free airdrops, so that is something that you should hold Acno tokens. Along with that, when you buying an Acno token, you are not only buying a cryptocurrency. What you are essentially doing is you are becoming part of something really, really big. Okay, because in terms of metaverse and NFTs, this is just getting started. Okay, and we have a long-term vision, and all the founders are hustlers. We have that vision. We are working so tirelessly to ensure that we do that execution. So when you are buying that Acno tokens, you are becoming part of something really big. And as I told you, our vision is to become that Google and Amazon for the Web 3.0 digital assets. So in case if things work out really well, which we are doing in the right way, we are trying to do everything in the right way, and if we become successful, we will become very, very big. And that's why you should hold Acno tokens for the long term. Okay, because otherwise, say if you're getting that opportunity, we after say 3-4 years, 5 years down the line, we can become very, very big, because it has a huge potential. And the way we are thinking, and right now the execution in terms of things are doing really well. Yeah. So that is the one reason you should hold Acno tokens for a long term.
Yes, okay. Just to add on this part, Richard, apart from the token utility, so token utilities and the price appreciations are very much correlated. So as Yash has already mentioned, that the Acknowledger tokens utilities are being into the complete circular economy which we would be using. Participation of UCNS governance is one of them. Then promotions of projects, NFT content airdrops, which Yash has told. yield farming and staking rewards are associated with ACK tokens. Then if anybody wants to list NFTs in UCNS, of course they want to use accessing premium features of UCNS again. And when I say accessing premium features of UCNS, just give you an example. If we are developing an indexing platform, so for each queries this project will make into the indexing tech and the API pipelines, they have to pay for this, and that would be on the terms of ACK tokens. So there are a lot of utilities and lot of circular utility of these tokens that will be helping the users to hold these tokens for a much more longer durations of time. And as we collaborate and as we engage ourselves on a much deeper landscape, the utilities would get added. So we do not have a single utility. We are creating a circular economy altogether. So that's how the ACK tokens would be coming into the place.
Thank you very much for that. Obviously, you've talked about how you're looking at a multi-year strategy, which is good to hear, and that effectively you're looking to use this token to enable people to retain the value in their NFTs. Now, obviously, that then potentially makes you a big target for hackers. So just one question really is, where are you with your audits? Who are you using to audit your smart contracts?
Yeah.
Yes. So I will just give you an answer to this. Yes. You want to take this?
No. Take it. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. So just giving an information to the community, our smart contracts were already audited, and we have an auditing arm in place, and soon the certificate will be published in our website. Just a little bit information to our early contributors and partners. We have recently decided to shift from ERC20 tokens to BSC. So that's a news to the early participants. So we are going to be coming on BSC chain altogether exclusively. Earlier there was a plan for both ERC20. Our main contract was on ERC20, and we were being supposed to give a bridge and maintain a BSC chain as well. But currently, keeping the investors request in mind and overall strategies and governance mechanism, we are coming exclusively on BSC chain. And yes, as for the security is concerned, we totally understand that, and we have our auditing company in place who have already audited the smart contracts, and the reports and the certificates would be soon released in our website as well.
Okay. Just want to just move on. In terms of without getting into details, how do you deal with fake projects, fraud, rug pulls, all this sort of stuff that is part and parcel of the sort of the wild west of the cryptocurrency revolution? You've set out how you're getting audited, but what in general are you doing to ensure that you've got a rock solid project that people can believe in?
So fine, this is very interesting question. We understand that the projects which we collaborate with must be authentic and must be should not be having any kind of fraud which they have been bringing. So first of all, we have got a solid partnership team in places. Okay, and apart from the partnership team, whomever we are partnering, there is a certain criteria that to follow. So apart from setting those standards and compliances in places like KYCs, we do not partnership with any anonymity team, and just for the sake of partnerships and listing on Acknowledger platform, we are not in that hurry. We generally pick up and do our DD. There is a DD team as well, apart who is the backend working with our partnership team. So there is a lot of DD processes to partner with Acknowledger, and we do the KYCs, we do the DD team generally, see who are the faces behind, are these reputable projects or not, and are they established in the market or not. And even though if the new projects are coming into these grounds, there is a lot of checks that's being happening. So this ensures that whatever the projects and the collaborations in this metaverses which we have been making would probably be a fraud-proof mechanism altogether. So this is how this may restrict the progress of partnering a little bit slower down, but this will ensure that our platform users are safe on that part.
Okay, thank you for it. I think we can go already to the community questions. If there are any community questions, I saw some of it on the chat. So if you can put it, they will be put on the right here. So we just start, or if you want to add something, you can add something if you want, Kuntal.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Shall we
I think
proceed?
we're just the first one. I think is you've got in your FAQ that you've got a separate blockchain. Is that the case? Will partners need to, will they need to move to your blockchain, or are you going to be multi-chain?
No, we are a chain agnostic. Okay, so we see overall concept of being an interoperability checks are we cannot be on a single chain. To proceed with, we can proceed with as an Ethereum, the biggest infrastructure which prevails. So we are a chain agnostic platforms, and we will be slowly and steadily be collaborating with all the infrastructure, the larger infrastructure ecosystems folds, and we would be having an interoperability checks over there. So we are not going to restrict ourselves on a single chain or something like that. And that's how we will be proceeding.
Okay, thank you for it. I think Safir, if you can. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
No,
I'm
it's okay.
audible?
It's okay. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I have one community question. I am seeing it here. Your FAQ implies that you will have a separate blockchain. Will any content providers that partner with you need to move to that blockchain, or can they stay in their blockchain? For example, if they are on the Polygon blockchain, they can stay there, or they have to move to your separate blockchain.
Uh, yeah, I'll answer that question. So no, they don't have to move on the our blockchain. So we will be creating something really interesting concept. Okay, it has never been executed, but we'll share the details as we move ahead in the future. But the point is, you don't have to create like shift to our blockchain. You can stay in that blockchain itself. Yeah.
Okay.
So as I rightly said, we are chain agnostic on that part.
Yeah.
So I could
Yeah.
also see that there is a question from Mr. Ray. He says that any reason we are not moving to Polygon. So as I already would like to answer this, as I already said that we are a chain agnostics, and just for your information, Mr. Ray, we have already partnered up with Polygon. So this is some insight which would be probably coming post our TG, all those details. But yeah, I just shared it a little bit of glimpse on that part. So we are already partnered with it.
Okay, I wanna ask one question about the Acknowledger in the future. How do you see yourself in like 2 years, and how do you pretend to stay with the people, the users of the project that are with you, that to stay with you in the next years?
Yeah. So I think I'll take this question. So 2 years down the line, Acknowledger, I think the UCNS system will be full-fledged running in terms of the product wise, and I think what we want to give is essentially like the community as well as our investors. So they should get the most benefit, because they are the early believers in our project, and we'll ensure that they get that benefit, because they are investing in us early when we have nothing, and as we become and grow, we will be ensuring that our early backers get that advantage, and that we'll be doing through this NFT airdrop is one of the thing that we will be planning to do, and there'll be a lot of use cases around it. And in terms of the community, even the community, those who will be the early users, so they will be getting some premium features access and some premium insights of the product as well, which the normal users will not have. So that is another benefit that we will get, and we'll ensure that as we grow, the community is the we build everything around the community. We ensure we listen to them, we learn from them, and we build things around that only. So that's the reason why we need the community, because without community we are nothing, and even those investors are the part of the community. Yeah. Kuntal, you want to add
I
anything?
just want
Yeah.
to add over here. Yes. So the community as a whole is very important because as a project owners, if the community is not there, we are nothing, because we, whatever the developments which we are doing, we are keeping, our R&D team is keeping the overall problems which the today's ecosystem is facing, the communities have been facing. So the R&D team is recording all those possibilities and are also visualizing the next problematic areas, and we are trying to solve those problems ahead of time. So the community is very important, and the overall impact and the feedbacks of those communities who are really facing some sort of challenges in this NFT, metaverses, and gaming NFTs ecosystem. So their inputs are pretty much required for us to develop and deliver the best possible product which we can.
Okay, thank you for sharing it. I think there are no more questions, or at least I don't have any more questions. If you want to add something, Kuntal, Yash. If not, we can just leave it here. And also, please, everyone on the chat, please subscribe to Seedify HODLers YouTube channel. So up to you, Kuntal, Yash, if you want to add anything else, or Richard, if you want to add something.
Not pertaining, everything was being answered, I suppose, and it was a good good experience being hosted by you guys. I just want to request our community members to stay intact. There's a lot of surprises which have been pending, and that would be on your ways. 27th is what we are hosting our ICO on Seedify, and post that we would be probably having our listing. Pretty soon the announcements would be made, and just stay with us and we will deliver what is needed here.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
then thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys.
I,
Thanks, Richard. Thanks,
I want to
John.
add
Thank you
one
for
line,
coming.
yeah. I just want to add one more line, as we are in the like really best time in the history where the wealth transfer is happening. So I just want to say one last thing, that guys, we are all going to make it. So be part of this space, and we will also ensure that you get the best benefit when you become part of the Acknowledger as an investor, as a community holder. So yeah, thanks a lot for your valuable time. Really appreciate it. Yeah.
I
Thank you,
appreciate
guys.
you too.
Thank you. Yeah,
And
thank you.
thanks, Richard and George, for inviting us. Yeah.
Thanks.
And all
Take
the
Thank
care.
S
you.
holders
Have a
too.
good day
Yeah.
ahead.
Thanks.
Have a good
Take
weekend
care.
ahead as well. Yeah.
So everyone, see you and hope we to have a good evening, good night. Bye bye.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye,
Okay,
guys.
now we are not live yet.
Yeah,
Okay, see
done.
Yeah.
you.